But the defence play, brought to you by NordVPN, it is Connor Tracy's 2 try savers against the Penrith Panthers. What an incredible performance by Connor Tracy. And what I love about this is that we all know Connor Tracy can run for 200, 250 metres. Notoriously very fit player, gets through his work, has improved out of sight. But these defensive plays, they're as good as any defensive try savers you'll see. The fact that he was able to, Blaise Talangi was over the try line essentially, and it was Connor Tracy's contact and ability to somehow move his body back into the field of play. These are the NordVPN defence plays of the week. And in a game where it's 8-6, I mean, that's almost a blowout. If they get those 2 tries, you just don't know. Penrith could run away with it. They kept him in the game. That's 12 points essentially. Incredible plays by Connor Tracy.
Connor Tracy is never ever going to be regarded as one of the top fullbacks, but in terms of effort and putting yourself in the right place, he's a student of the game, and that's what it came down to. In a tight game like that, 8-6, just before half-time, I actually thought Blaise should have passed. He had Crichton, and they gave a little bit of the business to Crichton on that right edge in terms of the shape. They sort of went after him a bit. But, yeah, Connor Tracy putting his body on the line, getting in there, that just typifies what kind of player he is.
Well, I mentioned before that Hammer isn't necessarily a high-volume sort of fullback. Connor Tracy is. Because he doesn't have the blistering speed of the Tabuai Fido, it's running for his over 200 metres a game, and it's coming up with these defensive plays where he's in position, he's all heart, he's all effort. And as I said, that one on Talangi was unbelievable, and had it have panned out any differently, it could have been a match-winning play from him. Ended up getting done by 2 as it was, but
both on Talangi actually, which is crazy. Yeah. Made Talangi knock on the ball the second one.
He's just going from strength to strength, Connor Tracy.
Amazing. And just you don't understand how hard that is to get your target area right when you're running at full pace and you've got to hit him perfectly. Because you can make the tackle, but a lot of the time they'll bump out of it. You'll hit legs. They'll go over. To hit him perfectly at full speed like that, it's almost like a 1 in a million chance. It is so hard.
Yeah, that's what gives them the edge. That's why they're such a good defensive side. You've been under Wayne at the Broncos. It's scramble. Not necessarily system stuff. It's scramble. Sometimes. I remember the old Brisbane days. They'd race you to the corner. They'd come up, and then everyone else would just race you to the corner. So. The Dogs, like I said, they had to come up with that play. Their right edge, which was weird to see, but their right edge actually conceded a couple of line breaks. For him to put himself in the frame there and come up with those big plays shows how important he is to that side.
What do you reckon, mate? Loved it?
Yeah, I mean, Connor Tracy, there's a bit of pressure on him probably at the start of the year. There's a bit of chat, Pappenhausen on the market. Is he a good enough fullback to help the Dogs win a comp? But for the sort of style that they play, I think he is. He kind of cut from a similar cloth to Dylan Edwards, very hard worker.
And what he would cost too.
Correct, exactly. So, yeah, he's all effort and never gives up. And I think those couple of tackles on the weekend just sort of typify that.
What a great story, though, with Connor Tracy.
4 ACLs?
Mate, I think it's 4 ACLs, bro. 4 ACLs. It's just an amazing story about just dedication, sticking to it, working it out. And who knows? You never know where the Bulldogs end up. And
he transformed into a fullback. He was a 5'8" with Dean Hawkins at Rabbitohs, I think.
And then went to Sharkies.
Yeah.
He was in the halves. Yeah, they were going really well with him and Hawkins. And then he went to the Sharkies and he was on the wing, and it was like... Then when Bulldogs bought him, they were... Where are you going to play him? And then he's just turned into their fullback.
And it's pretty, because initially Critter was kind of talked about fullback, but and then Taff got the jump on him at the back there. Connor Tracy, so great story. And guys, it's time. I've had an absolute game changer with NordVPN. I can change my virtual location, allowing me to access shows, maybe like even Andor. I might watch Andor again, guys. I just don't know, maybe. All my Netflix, got the Squid Game. Squid Game's out, the end of the part 2 of season 2, so can't wait for that. Normally I can't access it when I'm overseas, but NordVPN, they allow me to change my location and watch it. It also protects me against scammers and hackers, keeping me safe as I'm using public Wi-Fi at the airport or hotel, protecting my private data. And I've got a lot of private data I need to protect, like bank details, passwords, and online identity. NordVPN is always on the defense, just like Connor Tracy here. So whether I'm going overseas or just want access to shows and sport from other countries that aren't available here, I do it in safe, protected way with NordVPN. To get the best discount off your NordVPN plan, go to nordvpn.com/blokeinabar, and our link will also give you 4 extra months on a 2-year plan. There's no risk with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. That's right, 30 days when you sign up. You've got to get money back guarantee. The link is in the podcast description box. Now our NordVPN, our NordVPN play is obviously Connor Tracy. Massive congratulations for winning the NordVPN Defense Player of the Week. But the